to my cathedral. Church, tabernacle, keys, holy water, sanctuary. Baby, welcome to my cathedral.
Welcome to the King of Spade Podcast, where we call everything a spade around here. And since I'm the king of calling shit a spade, I'm gonna call it the King of Spade.
What's up, King?
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. I'm joined by two of my favorite people. You know what I'm saying? I got really my family with me. You know what I'm saying? I got my beautiful and lovely cousin Chantrice with me. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And one of my big homies from way back. East One, you know what I mean? Certified stamp legend, my dog Big Mo. Welcome to the show.
What's going on, King? Happy New Year.
Oh man, same to you, man. It's a pleasure to have y'all on the show. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask y'all a question before this shit gets started, because I got a call from one of my partners, and you know it's cool for a nigga to hit you up on some what up though shit, but early in the morning I want a nigga to tell me what up though, what's happening. Nigga said good morning. The nigga like 25, you know what I'm saying? So I know he look at me like, yeah, I know he look at me like, you know what I'm saying? You know, we exchange notes and we, you know what I mean? You know, bounce our ideas off each other. But don't good morning me, my nigga.
He was being polite.
I don't need no nigga to be polite to me.
Take that as a sign of respect, because a lot of people nowadays don't have it.
You right. You know what? That's a beautiful way to look at it. That's a beautiful way. But this is what I'm saying. It's certain things from man to man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's coming from a woman that sound good, but man to man shit, like, you can't good morning me. Like, because then if you let that slide, you'll be talking to the nigga at night and he'll be on some good night.
Well, he's being professional too, so maybe he's trying to.
I don't need no.
Like, you know.
I'm not never gonna come from there. Never. I don't ever want. You know what I mean? No, I can be that. I'm gonna stay weird because a lot of new shit that we let slide.
He sound like a conservative young gentleman.
Yeah.
Trying to, you know.
So?
Seem like you getting a good start on things.
But
good morning.
But this would be throwing me off because it's the new era that we living in, and a lot of shit that get swept under the rug when we give a pass. It'll go too far. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll have to deal with, you know what I mean, some fugaziness that you ain't ready for, and I don't want that. No, it's
just like what something we used to in general. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay.
He coming with respect until he knows.
Okay.
I'm used to what up though.
Yeah, me too. That's why I threw me back, and I ain't checking, but I'm like, come on, my dog, hit me with what up, dog. But before we get started, I want to give a shout out to It's Real Production. That is everything that we surrounded with right now, and you're gonna be able to catch us and stream us from www.casterspot.com. That is www.thecasterspot.com. So we should have everything up and running in a few minutes, but that's definitely where you're gonna be able to stream us from. I also want to give a shout out, since we are limited with our sponsors right now. I want to give a shout out to Drink Some Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And Side Bitches remain anonymous because Drink Some Entertainment is, you know what I mean, a nice little team that's been rocking with me for ages, and
shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them. And the Side Bitches remain anonymous. I feel they struggle. I feel they pass.
I bet they do.
Hey, listen. Certain things shouldn't be all on front page news. Certain things should remain anonymous. And one thing I do is respect Side Bitches. So let's keep going.
Shout out to them.
Okay. Well, listen, we here to talk about some of the good things that we doing as far as entrepreneurs and business wise, and we want to touch on that. And I asked y'all to be my guest today because being able to be recognized for what you're doing and have people support you is very important, especially in our city where I think we should all support each other, because without that, you know what I mean, it's gonna be hard for us to survive on a long term scale. So first of all, Miss Chantrice, I would like for you to touch on the Taiwanese travel situation that you have going on. I am not a person that just puts the traveling, to my fingertips. I usually let somebody do that for me and we gone. But for somebody who might not have the knowledge on the benefits of going through a travel agency, let's speak on some of the things financially that they can save money and some of the ways that they can benefit by going through a Taiwanese travel.
Okay, well, thank you for having me again.
My pleasure.
And as you said, it's called Taiwanese travel.
Mm-hmm.
The benefits of going through a travel agent is I compare deals throughout. It's certain sites that I can go on and look at that you don't have access to.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like you can go on Expedia, I can go on Expedia, we can look up the same trip, but mine's gonna be cheaper than yours. Because I'm registered to sell their trips.
Okay.
So it's gonna be easier for me. I can find I'm not gonna say better, but to me it's better because I really hate layovers, and if I'm gonna have a layover for a flight, I want it to be somewhere I haven't been so I can explore.
Right. I think we all hate layovers
man, that's
and
the worst.
being in them in them airports longer than what you should or got to be.
Yeah, then you ain't really got to be. You can go out and explore the world.
Right.
And there for the like if you're gonna have a 2-hour layover, well, not really, depending on where you're going. If it's gonna be longer, like if you're going to Hawaii or something, you have a 5-hour layover. Let me be somewhere like California or something.
Yeah.
Where I can explore the world.
Yeah, don't have me in Baltimore.
Yeah, like let me out and see
waiting
the
6
world.
hours to get to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's beneficial because, like I said, I can get better deals. You might come up with the same stuff, but we're not gonna have the same benefits.
Are we gonna save money in the process?
Yeah, you're gonna save a lot of
Because
money.
a lot of people would say, if I'm gonna go through this person, am I gonna be able to benefit in the pocket?
Yeah, you can save a lot of money, and a lot of people get wrong is that they think that you're paying me. You're not paying me to do nothing.
Right.
The
right.
company is paying me. I'm already registered with them, so I'm already with them.
Wow.
So
it's
you're not giving me nothing.
right. So it's really a win-win for the
both of
person.
us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's salute that. That's a hell of a. I didn't look at it like that. I always, leave it up to my woman and she handle that. But sometimes she may be able to benefit by going through you. So let's
Tell her to
salute
give
that.
me a call.
Shout
She'll
out
call
to
me.
that. Shout out to that.
She'll call me. She'll call me.
Yeah. No doubt. Well, let me ask my brother Big More a question. We have we are in love with music, man, and being that you was one of the first guys that I knew that had damn near every CD that came out.
Man,
You know what I
that is
mean?
facts, bro.
Yeah, like
That's
when I
facts.
first started coming around y'all crib and chilling with Real and all of that, you wasn't even there, and he let me see the collection, and I was like, what the fuck? And it was like,
Did it start with cassette tapes?
it definitely was cassette tapes, but it was like a library.
But you know what though was crazy? My father back in the day, I was still like 8, 9 years old, and I still was, we still believe in Santa Claus.
For sure.
And,
For sure.
and my pops used to be like, "What you want Santa Claus to bring you for Christmas, man?" And I told him, I said, "I want a Run DMC tape,
Yeah.
a Beastie Boys tape,
Mm.
and the Ice-T tape."
All classics. All
Look,
classics.
He looked at me crazy. He looked
Go ahead, I'm on that.
He looked at me crazy, man. So but he went and got him though.
Right,
So
right.
I was young,
Yeah.
indulging in music and stuff like that. Even before the tapes, my father and my family was heavily background with music.
For
so
sure.
It was a no-brainer for me to go ahead and dive into it, man.
All right. Well. Before we get into the project that you got dropping, I wanna ask you a certain point in time where you was somewhere, whatever age it might have been, that made you that music that you heard that made you fall in love with music overall. That it had to be a moment.
Talking about what made me want to do beats or what made me
No.
music?
Just fall in love with music. Like you said, you asked Pops for them 3 CDs because you was a fan of music.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure at that time you ain't think about making beats. It was just being a fan. So what song, what album, what did you hear that made you fall in love with music? Period.
You know what, man? To be honest with you, my grandmother and they was musicians. So, I would go on my green. They was from the west side. So
Okay.
we would take trip. Take going on the west side was like going out of town.
Okay. For sure. For sure.
So we go on the west side and go to my granny house and it'll be the organ in the living room.
Organ.
Pianos in the living room. So
Wow.
as a kid, I would go over there and play. Mess with the keys. And
Yeah.
I think that grabbed me.
Just the instrument. Yeah.
So I can freely just go up there and play some keys.
Okay.
4 and 5 and 6.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where it
6
starts.
years old. That's what
Yeah.
made me want to.
Yeah. They
As far
were.
as a song, man, I didn't hear a song that really inspired me until I heard a song that made me want to make beats. That song, but I was like, okay, I heard this song.
What song was that?
It was called "Get This Money" by Slum Village.
Oh.
Produced by Jay Dilla, R.I.P. Jay Dilla.
Oh, let's salute that. Shout out to that. No doubt.
When I heard that song, that's what made me want to make beats. I said I want to make beats just like that.
Right.
That's what.
Oh man, that's. Hey, listen, that's something that can definitely inspire you and trust me. So now we got All Grind No Sleep 2.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the new release.
Yes, sir. All Grind No Sleep 2. It'll be coming in March.
Okay.
Middle of March, man. I've been working hard on it. I've been working on it for about a year now.
No doubt.
All produced by me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm spitting some bars on there, man.
Oh, you got bars dropping too?
Yeah.
I've been to you flow.
Spit some
I've
bars
been
on
to it, but
there,
I
man.
thought
So-
at a certain point you
Yeah.
you hung the mic up and just went strictly behind the.
But you know what, man? Every time, I've been working on everybody else's stuff, and
Yeah.
I never really got a chance to dive into my own
Yeah.
rhyming. So
Yeah.
now that I'm older, I'm able to dive into that, and I kind of liking how it sounds.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna roll with
No
that,
doubt,
you
no
feel
doubt.
me?
So is that gonna be like a 10-song project, a 12?
It's gonna be a 12-song
12
project.
songs.
Yep, all produced by me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay,
Written by me,
Ooh,
recorded, mixed,
yeah.
everything by me.
For sure.
Down in the dungeon, in the basement.
in the
you feel me?
basement.
So yeah, it's gonna be something special, man. I want everybody to check it out, man. It's gonna be a motivational project. It's gonna motivate
doubt.
people to get up and do what they want to do and where they want to be great. So that's my goal. That's what I was aiming towards when I put this project out. So
For sure.
I want everybody to be great. Whatever
No
they're
doubt.
doing, man.
Well, look, I got a question that both of y'all might be able to speak to. Let in both of y'all fields. Let's speak to some of the pros and cons that comes with having your own business and being your own producer, manager, and all of that. What's some of the pros and cons? Because it might be somebody that watched this episode and say they inspired me to get into that field. So let's give them a little bit of knowledge on the plus and the minuses of if you do decide to get in this field. Ladies first.
I say time.
Mm.
Time is of the essence. I be at work working. My supervisor come up and be like, "You on your phone? What you doing? Nothing."
Yeah.
I can tell you that I'm working on something else.
Yeah.
Then they'll come. I can't tell you about work because then they gonna come.
Yeah.
Asking me questions.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
So time.
I pretty much say time, but then again, it's like not really. But me having to be at work at 6 in the morning, it's like sometimes I be up 3, 4 in the morning
Right.
doing stuff, putting trips together and all. But if I'm not sleepy, I'm not sleepy.
Plus you're a full-time mom. Let's not let that slide by the wayside. That's a full-time job.
Yeah, the kid helps me a lot.
For sure.
She
She's a beautiful young lady at this point, but
She
she
told me put me on your payroll, cause she'll come with
She
bringing
putting
me
that
stuff
work
like
in.
here go, and I be like, oh okay, and I be thinking about it too, like dang, it's like I got my kid working.
Yeah.
Like.
Hey, but you know what though? I'm gonna say this to that. Like any business that's successful and that strive, family's involved with it. You know what I'm saying? I think we one of the few people that don't allow our family to help us build our business. You look at everybody else outside of us is from 4 years old. If they got a party store, they helping with it. You know what I'm saying? They might be on a lottery, they might be stocking the 20 ounces or whatever, but they hands on with it. So it's a good thing that you got her involved in this because, one day you might take it to a certain plateau and she might take it to the next level. So let's salute that.
Absolutely.
Big Mo, what up with you with the pros and cons of being a producer, man? Because I know I know, you know, she just spoke about time. I know you dealing with different artists. How does the pros and cons of producer, like how does that work out?
But man, as far as the pros is concerned, man, me myself personally, I like to collaborate. You know, I like to two heads.
Yes, sir.
Come up with
Yes, sir.
something great. And you know, I met a lot of incredible people. You know what I'm saying? Incredible people doing that. So
Right.
that right there, as far as starting with a blank canvas
Mm-hmm.
and then making something big out of that.
An artist,
That's just incredible.
creating art.
Yeah, that's just incredible.
Creating
man.
art.
So, you know, I love doing that, you know, and then I love seeing how people react to it, you know, so
Yeah.
that'd be my thing, man. I get a thrill out of that. You know, a lot of people I've been getting a good response. So
The cons.
the cons, man, is just that people, you know what I'm saying, if you're doing something that you want to be great in and you serious about it, take it serious. But, you know, as far as it's a lot of people that don't take their craft seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And I take my craft seriously, so if you come to me, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be nobody that's gonna be, you know, dealing with somebody that's half and half.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want you to be as serious as I am, you know.
If I'm gonna give you my time.
Give you my time,
For sure.
that's what
For
I
sure.
want. So it's a lot of people that will, you know, they talented, don't get me wrong, but they just don't have that push in them to take this to serious and to get to the next level.
Now let me ask you a question, being that you have been on both sides of the artist aspect and the producer. Do you hold some of these guys accountable when they are in the booth, or is it okay? He paid me to do this, and I'm gonna allow him to do it, or do you hold some of these guys accountable, and if something don't sound right, you kind of call them out on them or critique it?
Pretty much, man. I'm. It depends on who I'm, you know, what's going on, who I'm dealing with. Some people already know what they're gonna do. It don't matter what you think it sound like. So, you know, I always give suggestions, man. You know, so
Yeah.
I'm always up for suggestions. You don't have to take my suggestion, but
Right.
if I be like, well, you should do this that way. If you don't want, you know, you don't like that, that's cool. But,
Right.
you know, a lot of people, you know, don't, you know, they take that criticism kind of personal.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just do my job and make the song.
Yeah. Like you said, it all depends on
Yeah.
who you with, the relationship y'all have, and all of that.
Right. New client, you know what I'm saying? They ask me for my opinion, I give it to them, suggestions as well. But, you know, for the most part, if I see something, a real glitch, I will bring it to, you know, their attention. But everybody got their own way of doing things.
Well, I'm gonna say this. With that being said, everybody can be coached. It's always room for improvement, and if you want your work, your art to be top quality, top notch, Denzel was critique. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan was coached. So you can't think just because somebody gives you some advice on what you should do or you know what you could do different is a shot at you or a knockdown, because you know we all inspired from somebody, but that don't mean just because you're inspired there, that's your lane. You know what I mean? You can be better. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, artists, producers, anybody in the entertainment business, we should always look for somebody to critique us.
Especially coming from somebody with experience.
Of course.
People gotta
People gotta get out of that. Oh, you can't tell me this, and you can't tell me this man got experience. Yeah.
Like, how you not gonna listen to him?
A lot of people got people in their ear though. You know, you might be being sponsored by the street guy who got the money, and
Well, then let him help.
you know, see.
Let
I'm
him
like
do it.
you. I feel you.
Let him
I feel you. But you know, a lot of these guys is hard head. That's why I'm trying to let them know that humble yourself, and with your craft, it takes work. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson was one of the best entertainers ever, but he still had to rehearse and get up and work on them ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Yeah. So yeah, let's salute that. Got the whole lot of flags. She the real MVP cause she don't got a pass. When we pull on her hair, drop a beanie in her bottle and her body is rare. The must when you bust that, she jiggle your balls. Put the tip on her tonsils and a whole lot of swallow. Listen, hey, welcome back to the show. We are still getting it on with the lovely Miss Chantrice. Taiwanese Travel. How are you?
I'm great.
She is.
I think I'm a little hot. Because you keep giving me juice for color in my drink.
She is sponsored by Drink Some Entertainment. And my dog Big Mo, who's still grinding with me. How we feeling?
I'm floating. I'm
Hold
good.
on. So look, this one I'm gonna ask you. Being that some people might watch this episode and they might say, "How do I get started?" First, I want to ask you, what got you started, and if somebody was interested, should we get that out? Or
Yeah, we can.
okay. If somebody was interested, how can they get started?
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at TaiwaneseTravel.com.
.com. Let's spell that for them because some of these niggas ignorant.
You absolutely right.
Taiwanese, these niggas put a little hyphen.
TYLENISE travel
Yes.
at Facebook.com and Instagram.
Okay.
You can go on there. I have trips posted. I can always put something together.
Yeah.
If you're interested in signing up, becoming a partner, it is ebotravelagent.com/Taiwanese. Again, that is TYLENISE.
Mm-hmm.
They can always contact me.
Don't give out your number right now.
Oh,
Okay. There's some hooligans out there.
Niggas
Niggas gonna be at 2 a.m. They gonna fuck up your household. You don't want that.
It's a business line though. I can shut it down and check my messages.
They gonna be like, baby, listen, let's travel. I heard you traveling
It's a
Asia.
business line.
I used to hoop and travel, but
Go to Miami.
everything on me, but you booking. You don't deal with them niggas.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people talk about Miami, but it seems like Cancun is where it's at.
Is it?
Yeah.
I heard the water in Cancun is rusty.com.
Listen, I paid $8 for a bottle of water.
Oh.
We went to Mexico and my sister was tripping, like, cause they price
$8
different
for a
from
bottle?
Yeah, they price different from ours though.
Wow.
So when they gave it to me, they like
Oh, so
$8.
is they money or our money $8?
They money was $80.
Oh, so that's what's that? Was it pesos?
I believe so.
Okay.
I can't even
It might be
remember 'cause I was
peso.
floating. Everything is tequila based. So
If I pay $8 for water, that bitch got a shot of
Well, I
vodka.
had to because I was thirsty. I was off liquor all day.
Okay.
Like, it was
A
1
little
o'clock. and I was-
rehydration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I needed it.
Yeah, okay.
But yes, to sign up, want to be a partner, any questions or anything, go to my business website. It's ebotravelagent.com/Taiwanese.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said that already.
No, it's good to give them to them multiple times. And some people probably have to step away and get an ink pen and all that. So
That's okay. They can just pause it, play it back.
Now let me ask you one question that might be important because some of these dudes is ignorant and I fall in that category. Like,
Oh my
what
God.
if?
You got a different type of ignorance though.
No, I do. That's my shit.
It's kind of yours is kind of intelligent though.
Yeah, it's intelligent ignorance. Shout out to that. You know what you talking about. You know what you talking about now. Yeah, we gotta have a perfect balance. So if you got a little ignorance,
Well, you know I know because we go way back
Okay.
like so flat. So
Hello.
tell everybody.
Say it.
We family though.
What's
like,
up?
so-
Yeah, they should already know
We
that.
know how you coming.
But let me ask you something. Let's say somebody books a trip or calls you to book a trip. And let's say they call you in January, being that it's the top of the year, and they want it for April. What is the time span to the money being due, the flights? I know everything you do is gonna be all included, but when the money is due, like is it a window time that they gotta have it delivered, due, or whatever?
It's always a window.
Okay.
There's always a window. It's always a way where a deposit can be put down.
Okay.
But in order for me to determine what the deposit is, you have to be ready to book your trip. Like if I look up a trip for you right now and you say, oh, I want it, it costs this much, this much, this much, and then they give me a deposit amount.
Right.
Because it's coming from that vendor.
Okay.
And if I tell you, oh, you gotta put $200 down, to hold the spot, the price is gonna change.
Right.
Unless you hold that spot.
Okay.
If you don't, it's like,
So say I put that 200 down and I have another 1,000 due, right? This ballpark for I got another 1,000 due. How much time, depending on, let's say it's a 2-month period from where I'm leaving, how much time would I have, or would that just be disclosed in your back and forth communication?
most vendors want at least 30 days for the trip to be paid in full, but
Before
life
you have to
happens.
leave.
Yes.
Okay.
Life
okay.
happens. So as long as you got open communication, it can be worked out.
Okay.
Like I'm leaving Friday to go to Bahamas. I still got people calling me want to go on this trip.
Wow.
So the only thing with that is like with trips like that, if you ready to pay in full,
Right.
or like if you want to put some money down today
Yeah.
and pay the rest, you gotta have it paid before you get where you going.
Right,
Like you
right.
know, so it's always a window.
But don't panic if you don't have it.
Absolutely.
It might things can work in your
Things
favor.
can be working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Well,
just gotta
shout
be
out.
open with communication because a lot of people don't do that.
Right,
You get
right.
people with attitudes like, if I'm telling you that it's due this day and I done extended as much as I can,
Yeah.
and you like, well, I can pay you this and I'm gonna give you the rest of this, then your trip gonna be canceled.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna lose your money.
Oh, so it ain't no refund once
And they
it's
gonna be mad.
Ooh.
Like, and then they think that the money comes to me. It don't go to me.
Right.
It goes to the people that you pay for the trips because you don't waste
Exactly.
both of our time. So you're not gonna get no money.
Let's keep that in mind, people. Once we book these trips, it's best to get it paid as soon as possible. Now we might be able to work around your everyday, but let's try to get it done. No?
Especially by the due date.
Yeah, especially by the due date, and I'm pretty sure all of that'll be in the fine print.
It'll be, and
Okay.
everything is emailed out, so
Okay.
you can't say you ain't have it because I
Let's
got it and
keep
you
that
have it.
in mind.
So
Let's keep that. Big Mo,
Yo,
I got a
what's up,
question
bro?
for you, man. It's a lot of music that's coming out today. It's a lot of music that we, was raised on. First of all, are you a fan of today's music? And if you are, who are some of the people that you listen to?
I'm definitely a fan of the new era of music.
Okay.
I think it's a lot of talent
Okay.
that's out there. But at the same time, I think it's just a lot of other things that's out there that's not as talented. But as far as in general though, I like the new era of music, man. I like it.
See, that's why I gave you a two-part question. Because when you just say that, you have to support it.
Right,
Because
so-
it's easy to say I fuck with the new generation.
I like Kodak Black and
Okay, I like Kodak.
him.
I like Kodak.
NBA Youngboy, I listen to him, and I listen to
Them my boys, guys. They say he the coldest in the game right now.
Man,
Them my
The
boys'
young cats, man, the
Them my
young
boys' favorite little homie.
man, young cats at the job, man, go crazy.
Yeah,
about that boy,
yeah.
man. He like the new age, like Boosie, like
Yeah,
like so.
yeah.
I like his music, and I like the Juice World cat, R.I.P. the Juice World, man. I didn't. Pick
So
up
what
on
was
his
one of his?
music.
I know that he rest in peace to him, but I don't remember like what was one of his most famous songs that he might have been known. Y'all know?
Well, the one that I didn't know, because I didn't really know of his music
Yeah.
until after he, but I was
Yeah.
like, that song I like, that
Okay.
Luke Dreams. I
How'd
think
that go,
song
Tank? You know that?
Yeah, about the shadows in my room.
Yeah.
No, but you gotta like rap and sing it. Like, come on. How I go?
Or like play a snippet or something, like-
I ain't never heard it. That shit a radio song?
Yeah, oh yeah,
It
that's all.
was like
My
a
kids
Billboard
told me
hit.
that
Yeah,
the
it was
other
like
day.
they sampled the one song. Nas sampled that one song, but yeah, it was the same
Oh, okay.
sample, but it was a big radio hit for sure. But I
Okay.
listened to some more of his music. He was pretty.
So
talented.
it is guys that's still capturing our ear and all that. Cause it's some guys that I listen to right now, and they not ever gonna be heard on the radio. And to me, they some of the most lyrical. They remind me of the '90s era, and that's the Griselda team. I really mess with Benny the Butcher,
Yeah,
West
so you
Side
put me
Gun.
up to Benny, man.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
listening- I've been a fan ever
Yeah,
since,
yeah.
so-
West Side Gun and Conway the Machine. Now they got their own label.
I don't know him. I gotta write that down.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it together.
I gotta write that down.
No, they don't
Y'all teaching me
make
stuff.
they don't make women friendly music. It's straight
Yeah, it's
hood,
dark.
straight gutter. It's
Yeah.
dark.
Okay, I can get like that
No
sometimes.
doubt, no doubt.
I'm
But
feeling like that a little bit right
but
now.
the thing
Alright.
about what I like about them is, they original. They like the last crew or the last group, record label wise, that came through and it was original sound to me was Cash Money. When Cash Money came through with that Manny Fresh sound
Oh, yeah.
and everything was in house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that kind of was like, wow, these dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like Master P had already took it a whole nother level, but they sound was like, we from the same area,
Yeah.
but it's totally different. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm big on. I'm big on originality and guys that separate themselves from the pack.
No doubt.
So when you have today's artists, I gotta hold you accountable if you sound like this dude, because I tell my boys, to me, NBA young boys sound like Kevin Gates. He sound like he a clone of Kevin Gates, and I like him.
Yeah.
I really do like him, but back in the day, man, it was like you couldn't come from a clone. You had to, you know what I'm saying? You had to be original and have like Red Man was Red Man. You know, the Woo was the Woo, the dog, Snoop was Snoop. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely keep an ear to what's going on today, but man, we have to always keep that
But
originality.
you know what though, man? I think it's coming back to that originality.
Yeah.
I hear a lot more originality and like new artists that's coming out.
So good.
So I think it's revolving back.
So
I think it's revolving back to that, originality.
They say everything come full circle, so
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
only a matter of time.
Yeah,
It was only a matter
I
of
see
time.
it coming around.
I see niggas wearing John Stockton shorts on the hoop court now, so everything coming full circle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, look. Let me ask y'all a quick question, my dog. Matter of fact, I want Tank to answer this question. The shit that's in the news that we was talking about with the HIV patients and all of that.
Oh, yeah, it was a story that came out maybe about a year ago, whatever they were saying that. Here in Michigan.
I don't care if it was 5 years ago, they ain't left. Them
No,
motherfuckers-
that's
Yeah, it's still relevant. Yeah, it's still relevant. Them motherfuckers ain't went nowhere.
They were saying it was about 11,000 people living in Detroit with HIV.
Not the state of Michigan,
Just
in
Detroit.
Detroit.
In
Listen.
Oh,
Detroit.
my goodness, man. That's scary, bro.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you this. I've been with the same dude since I was 15 years old, okay?
Hey, I salute
15.
Hold on, before you say anything, let's salute that. Some of these broads can't stay with the same
Let me
nigga for
tell
15
that.
days.
Real talk.
For real.
Let me tell you this. I have never, in my
Entirely.
years of living,
Hello.
had a STD. I panicked when I had an yeast infection. Got
Right.
on the phone like, dog, this is such and such,
Right.
the itching and all. And that's when I found out that it was, another baby mama, which I ain't mad at because I was
Yeah.
young,
Yeah.
but still, in all my years of living, I have never had anything.
Hold on, let me pause you for a minute. Have you ever hit some little yeast infection? Just on No.
But if she let you do it, it's nasty because it's itchy, it's nasty,
Yeah.
and it's creamy.
It's
Oh.
creamy. Crispy
It's
creamy.
creamy.
We gonna call
It
that
ain't
that.
regular creamy. It's like
Oh, it's creamy.
White.
Oh, shit.
What?
creamy, and itchy and shit.
Right, so.
Like I
Crisco.
have never.
The lard.
That shit you got. That shit melt in the pan. That white.
I
Nah.
can.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't think I heard that kind of brother.
Say no. Say
That
no.
is terrible. Like, and granted, I've been with the same dude.
Right.
Just my child's father, everything, all of that.
For
I
sure.
still get tested every year because I don't put nothing past nobody.
Right. That's
And
real.
I make sure I let him know. I get tested every year. I get tested for AIDS, HIV. I get tested for herpes.
Yeah.
Because you gotta ask for that separate
Right.
than the normal when you go in there for the checkup. I get tested for all of that.
And that's
I ain't
good.
never
And
had
that's good. You know why? Because most of the dudes don't get tested. They wait till their girl, get a new job and she gotta go drop. You know what I'm saying?
She got some?
Yeah.
I got
Yeah. She got some. And then come up like, baby, you got a job? You're like, yeah. All right, I'm good.
No,
So.
I don't play. My mama will let you know. You know
Yeah.
this. Listen, if my
But
mama
I
hurts you
done sweated a couple times though. I done went and dropped some piss or on some random shit and go ahead and do everything, cause just swab a nigga.
Listen,
And next thing you know, I'm still good. I ain't heard shit back. I'm like, all right, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But this is what we gotta know as men. We can't keep putting our shit on the guillotine
You cannot.
every goddamn
you
weekend.
cannot. Because a lot of times the symptoms they carry different from men. And I ain't with it. I don't
They
want
say they
nothing.
can lie dormant for like
Yeah.
5 to
Yeah.
10 years.
Like
I don't want it. If I
HIV.
ain't
Yeah,
had
I don't
it,
want it.
I don't
Yeah.
want it. Listen, I don't want it.
See, that's like getting it in 2020 and then not really knowing you you contracting in 2020, but not really full blown until you 2030.
And now we both got it. Somebody
Yeah.
finna die. And you gonna die early. Cause we not
This
even
is
about
real.
to see what this
Yeah.
course about to
This is
take.
real.
You finna
Yeah.
die.
Oh, so you a killer? Damn, he gotta
Listen.
die.
So, listen,
Players fuck up,
I love his kids like they's my own.
but players can't fuck up like that.
Listen, if I'm gonna gonna track some shit. Let me get it on my own.
I
Don't
feel
bring me shit.
I
Like,
feel you. I'm about to adapt that mentality. Bitch, give me some. I'm
Listen.
killing that bitch mama, cuz.
listen,
I'm killing that
my
bitch
sister,
bird.
my kid, they be like, don't. Let me show you.
Look at you.
I don't go nowhere.
Hello.
Oh, she had a gun on.
I knew something was coming up out that motherfucker.
I keep my
Yeah.
disinfectant with me. I
Hello.
say doorknobs,
Shot.
light fixtures. I ain't playing.
Yeah.
Seats.
No, yeah, for sure.
Listen, I
Yeah.
ain't with it.
Okay,
I
let me
don't
ask
know.
y'all a question. With that number being so high, 11,000?
That means there's a lot of people that's in denial and having
That's
unprotected sex
alarming,
with all
for
these
sure.
other people. And I ain't even.
So how do you trust anybody in today's climate when the numbers is that high? I don't
People
get
don't care, man.
because I can tell you one thing. I'm not a big strip club titty bar. I'm not saying that's the scene that you know that got it the highest, but
Right.
I for one I'm cheap. I can't give a bitch $1 for a dance. But for two, I know that you know they get off on money. So if you know the right price come around, like Ted DiBiase say, everybody got a price.
Yeah.
So if that man come through here with that bag and he wants you to let's take this rub off, you don't know who that man been through that thing with. So how can you trust anybody?
Yeah.
It's hard to, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you pretty much, man, you just gotta be responsible, man. You gotta be responsible, man. Know who you dealing with. But you can't trust, man. You can't trust like that, man. It's sad to say you can't, man. So
That's
just be
terrible.
responsible. at
Be
the end of the day,
responsible.
man.
Be
Be
responsible.
responsible, man. Wrap it up, man.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot
You have
y'all.
to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot y'all some.
Somebody gonna die.
I'm gonna shoot y'all some quick questions, and I want both of y'all to chime in on this. These you know, being that we about to close out the show, I want to shoot y'all some quick questions.
Yes.
Rich and settling, or check the check and happy? When you're rich but you're settling for this person, but you check the check and you're happy. Ladies first, always.
That's a gift and a curse.
Just tell me what you would go with. We only. This is quick questions. These are quick questions. I need to get in, get out.
That's a gift and a
Get
curse.
in, get out. Which one would you go? Rich and settling, or check the check and happy?
I say check the check and happy.
Boom, leave it right there. Hold on, no. This quick.
All
Where you
right.
at, Big Mo?
Check the check and be happy.
Check the check. All right. Would y'all rather be in front or behind the camera?
I'd rather be behind.
Behind.
All right. Okay. Would you rather be out with the girls, out with the fellas, or on a romantic date?
I'd rather be at home with my baby and my man.
Ooh. Big Mo.
I'd rather be on a romantic date.
Shout out to that. Okay, I already know your answer to this, but I still want you to chime in. I already know your answer to this. High as hell or drunk as fuck?
It depends on the day, but I'd rather be drunk as fuck.
Hello.
Already.
Already.
You know.
I'm getting to that because I was introduced when I went to Jamaica with to edibles.
Okay. Ooh.
So, that she had me.
That's a whole nother show. We're gonna
Okay.
return on that.
Alright.
That's on your
Alright.
second return. We're gonna talk about
I'll
that.
be back. I'll be back
Okay.
next show.
Okay. Who do y'all respect more, Oprah or Maya Angelou?
Maya Angelou.
Maya.
Amen. Okay. I got some more for y'all. Michelle Obama or Angela Davis?
You can stop right there. I'm taking Angela Davis.
Give me Angela Davis.
I'm with y'all. Okay, this is off limits for you, my brother. Denzel or Will Smith?
I say Denzel.
Denzel?
Yeah.
No, this is not a movie aspect of it. This is a movie aspect.
Well, since he
Yeah,
since
yeah.
he say no comment, I say Denzel because he paved the way for Will Smith.
Ooh, paved the way as a
So,
motherfucker. Okay.
I say Denzel.
Okay.
Man, Denzel, man. You know, from the movie aspect.
Okay.
Denzel.
Now I'm about to throw y'all a curveball. R. Kelly or y'all Uncle Chester?
I ain't got no Uncle Chester.
No, you don't gotta. No, you know.
I ain't got
No, I don't either. But you know, Uncle Chester was before R. Kelly. Like what they used to call it, Chester the molester. You know what I'm saying?
In this aspect, because I don't know nothing about Uncle Chester, I've heard about him. I say R. Kelly.
R. Kelly got hits.
R. Kelly, I love R. Kelly music. Still listen to it. I'm not gonna stop
me
listening
too.
to it.
Hey, hold on. Let me ask you a
He
question.
didn't pee on me.
Goddamn. So if he didn't pee, he'll be all right.
R. Kelly didn't pee on me. My mama didn't see me with him knowing
Oh.
all the shit that was going
See,
on.
that's why, yeah, I was
watched
gonna
the
tap in on
shows.
that right there.
Exactly. I've watched all the shows. You have parents on there that's saying that they knew
They knew.
what was going on.
Hey,
You
this
still
what-
sent your kids.
This what
last
I just,
episode
this what I
we
just found
talking
out.
about.
They coming out with what's it called? Some fearing R. Kelly. What's it called?
It's more episodes that's
So
coming out.
they coming out with a Survivor R. Kelly Part 2.
Yeah,
Dog
see,
already
but-
in
but-
jail.
No, listen,
Exactly.
this
How
the
much?
truth.
How much is we gonna
But
go
then-
dirt
but then
on
this
this
the
grave?
fugazi shit about it though.
Yeah.
This the fugazi shit about it. His ex-wife don't want nothing to do with it. She already on there. Now she talking about she gonna sue him. She don't want nothing to do with it. The main girl one of the main girls that they was targeting,
Yeah.
the father don't want nothing to do with it no more. Because it's a lot of fugazi shit behind
They
it.
piling
Now,
on.
I'm not justifying like
Yeah.
you sleeping with young girls,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
family knew what the fuck was up.
Exactly.
They was getting paid. They was getting towed off.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's hard to
definitely.
justify because none of us was in the, we don't know. Only people that know what's going on was
But it's
people that was
audio.
there.
It's audio to where it's recent audio to where it's another show to where it's a guy that's in R. Kelly's team that was talking to the father, and he was pretty much talking to the girl's father, recent, like within the last month or so, and he was pretty much asking. He was like pretty much telling him, he was like, look, I wasn't there in the beginning. My interest is to protect that man, and he was like, but from what I know and everything that I've been filled out on, and since I've been around, he was like, because R. Kelly got some shit coming out. The way how the guy that's on R. Kelly team pretty much said that when R. Kelly shit come out, everybody gonna be looking like goddamn.
I bet.
He said his words was he was like, if we let y'all put y'all stuff out, if we let y'all get him locked up right now, but when his shit come out, everybody gonna look at all.
But this is my one thing about
I
R.
bet.
Kelly,
I can believe that.
my nigga, the tape don't lie.
The tape.
What do you
don't
say
lie.
about football
But the
field?
involvement
Don't
though.
lie.
Hey, hey,
The
look.
involvement and the consent, they acting like they don't know what's going on.
Exactly. And
You
if
see,
you
I get
knew
that
what
part.
was going on beforehand,
They
why would
know.
you send your
They was
kids?
leaked like dog. Pretty much what I got from the whole situation. One of the main girls, the father and the mother was in cahoots. They would like literally turn their daughter over for money.
Exactly.
For money, dog.
Sold her out.
Dog.
And that was even before the first couple of episodes
Yeah.
came out. Like, come on now. But like I said, we can't speak on it because none of us was in the situation.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of stuff that's
Well,
not
let's
being
stay
said.
tuned. Let's stay tuned for that, and we're gonna pick that up on our return because y'all both gonna be back.
I'm coming back.
All right, well listen,
And I'm
listen.
bringing my sister.
For sure.
I'm
And
bringing
then
her.
hold on, before we get off her ass, let me let you know about her sister. Monkey ass nigga, you feel me? Love her like a mother, but she a monkey ass nigga. Monkey ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Monkey ass nigga. But then what I'm gonna say though, I definitely appreciate both of y'all for being a guest today.
Well, thank you for
And
having me.
Thanks for having me,
the
bro.
door is open every time. Again, we are a part of the King of Spade Podcast, and what I want to do seriously is highlight all my loved ones and everybody who I'm motivated by and inspired by, and put them on the front page, because if we don't do it for each other, we'll be waiting for somebody to do it for us. So shout out to both of y'all for what y'all doing. Big Mo, you listen. My music couldn't have been my music without you giving me 1,000 beats to choose from. And when we decided on the 2 to go through, man, they was right on time, because you know what it is. So we, even though I got some shit that I need to pay on. My
It's fine.
my little
I ain't gonna
Jamaican
put you
trip.
out there. I ain't gonna put you out there.
Ain't no refund.
I
I
ain't gonna put you out there.
ain't even booked my shit yet. Though. She just sent me a quote though. You know what I'm
We
saying?
already talked about it. I told you everything.
I just got a quote though.
that's
You know what I'm
why I feel like
saying?
it's
Yeah, I'm
good.
gonna get it in.
You know what
I'm gonna
it
get it
is.
in, but as long as you got family around you like this, you know what I'm saying, you always got love around you. So whether I fall short or whether I, don't live up to y'all expectations, I know y'all still love me. Y'all gonna hold me down. So with that being said, that is a wrap on the episode. Trey Ball, to my dog Big Mo, my cousin, the lovely Chantrice with Thailandese Travel. Let's give out y'all handles one more time if y'all want to give out y'all Instagram.
Yes, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at TaiwaneseTravel.com for both. You can find me on my personal website at evotravelagent.com/Taiwanese. Don't feel bad. Get on it. Requests. Ask for quotes. Ask for my number. It's on there. However you feel
But
it.
call at a respectable time, nigga, because you
It's a
already told me.
business line.
For
It
sure.
can be blocked. I can check my messages the next day because that's what I do.
I was just telling you what
But
niggas
go ahead
do.
and do that.
For sure. For sure. Big Mo, get your shit out, my dog.
My Instagram handle is Plenty Mo Tracks with a Z on the end. Let me spell that out.
Go ahead. Take your time.
PLENTYMOTRACKZ. That's my Instagram. My Facebook is Plenty Mo Tracks LLC. You can follow me on there. If y'all need beats, y'all need studio time, y'all
Soulful
need mixing,
beats, baby.
y'all need
Hard shit
y'all
too,
need,
man.
Y'all need inspiration. Y'all need anything, man. Holla at me, man. I'll be able to service you. Holla at your boy.
No doubt. And with that being said, we will see y'all next week.
Next
So,
episode, I'm gonna be here.
Stay with cups in your motherfucker. Stay with juice in your motherfucking cups.
Yes.
And
Oh,
stay
yeah.
and
At
stay
all
and
times.
stay keeping it $1 bill.
And make your own drinks, cause.
Thank you for having me, brother.
No doubt.
Reporters clock, producers job. They wanna be down with the king.
Welcome to my cathedral. Church. Tabernacle. Keys. Holy water. Sanctuary. Baby, welcome to my cathedral.